Hello. Have you ever had the point that you just couldn't forgive yourself? Where everything seemed like you tried just made you hurt even more? Because forgiving yourself just seemed like you had done so much you just couldn't get past it. I have. That's what I want to talk about today. I have this journey in my life that I had to forgive myself in order to heal. I had to let go of all my past mistakes, all the people that I had hurt or let down or not became the person that I knew I could, but was always rejecting that I was somebody I wasn't. I have failed so many times in my life, and forgiving myself for it was hard. Letting my sons down was hard. Not becoming the man that I knew I should have been for them. Becoming a drug addict, an alcoholic, mental health issues, and not realizing the pain that I was causing them. I was everything that I promised myself I wouldn't be. I was everything that I hated about the men that had been in my life, and I became that man. And when I realized that it hurted because it was too late. I felt like it was too late. I felt like I had let so much pain and hurt happen that it was no fixing it. And when I was raised in an environment that gave excuses, so I gathered those excuses and took the validation and became a worse person. And when I started to want to become a better person, that pain always held me back. That less than thinking always pulled me back. And when I realized what was going on in my life and what the pattern was, and I knew at that point I had to forgive myself in order to heal, in order to become a better person. I had to forgive not just myself, but other things that happened in my life. I had to forgive others too, but I had to forgive me. And I had to say, you know something, I have to break this cycle. The mental chains of mental illness is real. Having those traumas in your life is real, and it holds you back in life, and you have to process that. You have to. It is everything that you are. It is all the environment. It's all the things that's been programmed into you that was even out of your control. But you have to forgive all of that too, because you cannot hold on to any excuses. I cannot hold on to any excuses. I can't say what works for somebody else. I gotta say what works for me. Okay? This is what I had to pull back. This is what I had to reveal in myself. I had to say, enough is enough. I have to forgive myself. I have to love again. I have to put myself out there again. I have to be vulnerable. And when I learned to do that and accept the hurt that come with it, because I want to be a better person don't mean the world want to get better. But I cannot expect the world to get better. I have to want to get better. And I cannot use excuses. I cannot validate my childhood. I can't validate any of the things that I've been through. I have to go after new experiences and go with things with new principles and with a new set of goggles, a new set of eyes. And when I started to do this, I started to realize I started to feel better on the inside. I could genuinely love people without trying to find a reason or having to have a motive. I always had motives in my life. Everything I did had a motive. because that was past experiences in my life. My childhood grew a boy who became a man boy. I was a boy acting as a man. I had no principles of a man. I had the principles of a boy. And I didn't really understand that until I got into the healing process, into the recovery process, into wanting to become a better me, to wanting to strive every day to become better. Every day, 1% better. And that's what I strive for. I had to go inside and really work on becoming that person. I had to really work on developing that person. And I looked and I realized that I worked in a rehab, in a facility that every day somebody new come through and I can see a part of me in them. And it makes me push that much harder to find the key elements to help them. It makes me go harder because I know it works. I know that forgiveness is a key element. But I have to be grateful for even my setback days. I have to be grateful for the times that everything don't go my way. I have to be in that vigilant mode to where it doesn't matter what it looked like. I know that is not my reality. So when I step into that fight, every day it's a new fight. It's the drugs and alcohol are gone, but that little boy that's still being healed is still there. It still wanting to take shortcuts. It still wants to do things that ain't got no business. So I'm always having to put discipline in his life. I'm always having to lean on God for discipline, because that's my motto, that if I let God discipline me, I'm going to be better. I'm going to be that much better. So a power greater than me has to step in and do the things I can't do sometimes, a lot of times. Because when I let go of me, I let him. And this is my whole momentum of saying that I understand the trauma because I've been through it. And I'm still healing from trauma. I'm still healing from people I let down. I'm still healing from the mental poverty, because that is one of the most hardest obstacles to overcome. Is the poverty less than mindset, because you might walk into a room and you might feel like, I know what I'm talking about, or that glow, but until I format that I am good enough, I am worthy, I am capable, and I have to reaffirm myself that nobody can do that for me. I have to do that for me. That's why I've learned that healing is the true process. Healing and forgiving myself for taking myself through those moments, taking myself through those challenges in life that taught me all the wrong things. But in the process, it taught me all the things that I don't need to have in my life. It taught me all the things not to do again. It taught me all the ways that I don't want to be. Okay, so once I start to forgive myself, once I start to accept myself, once I start to love myself again, all of those things had to die. And I steadily have to kill them off. It's like keeping the weeds down. Pesticide, you still got to spray the weeds. You still have to take care of it. You still have to do the maintenance. I still have to do the maintenance every day. I still have to do that work to become a better me on a daily basis. And I listen to a lot of people who are successful, and I spend a lot of time because I like their habits. And I know that if I keep working and I keep working, those become my habits. Those are the ones that I like. Okay, they do this every day. Well, I need to do that every day. I need to give those positive affirmations. I need to take those walks. I need to clear my mind. I need to meditate. I need to reaffirm myself that I am a good person. I'm going to do the things that good people do on a daily basis. Not because somebody telling me to. It's because I want to. It's because that's who I am. And once I started to do those things, once I started to go to therapy and work those deep issues and emotional traumas out, once I started to continuously work those things out, it became a reinforcement within myself. I was reinforced to do the next right thing. I was reinforced to walk in the right light. I was reinforced to walk in that spiritual light that was in me all the time. But forgiveness had to happen. I had to forgive. I had to understand that things that happened made me who I am today. Without those things, I wouldn't be this person. So I enjoy the journey. I enjoy the new journey even more because I get to have this mountain that I'm climbing, that I will be able to help others through my setbacks, through my mental less than capacity at first, my poverty thinking at first, because that's no longer my factor. I have a healthy mindset. I have a willingness to go further than I ever have. I have the desire to become the greatest human being possible. That means I'm going to work at it every single day. Not going to take a day off. Not going to be like, well, you know something, I'm good. I'm not good. I have to go harder. Because I have a responsibility and obligation and a duty to myself to become the greatest person I can be in order to help somebody else. If I don't fire those things up, I cannot carry those that I need to carry. I cannot be that light that they need. Or how I want to put it, I'm missing that word. We all are, for me, I'm looking for that proof of concept. Everybody needs to see somebody that they like. How did he do it? I know that dude. How did he do that? I have to be that dude that did that. I have to be that guy that shouldn't have did it but did do it. And that is what drives me. That is my why. My mother is my why. You have to have a why. I have to have a why. I had to have that woke me up and say you are greater than your circumstances. You are greater than the things that you let out that was your past actions. You are better than your past actions. Your future is brighter than that. But I had to believe it. I had to forgive. I had to understand that those things in my life had to happen. Nothing else could have happened, but that had to happen. I had to come so raw and so deep because I know somebody saying, man, you don't understand my pain. Man, I've been molested. I have been through things in my life I'm not proud of. Okay? And it was way out of my control, but there's no excuse. See, everybody got broken. It's a person who got a worse story than mine. Just because I've been through something, don't give me no excuses. I'm not looking for excuses. There is no reason I should have ever took a drink. I chose to take that drink. Nobody pulled it down my throat. I chose that. And even if I didn't choose it, even though I can tell you I was drinking because it was in my bottle, so what? There is no excuses for me. I have no excuses. Not a one. The only excuse I got is not being successful. The only excuse I got is not getting up every day and go harder. That's the only excuse. If you want, I have no excuses. No excuses. Because I don't allow myself for excuse. I have forgiven me. And I've forgiven those that done that and the things that didn't happen. Because they went through something. It was something in their life that triggered that. It was something that hurt them. So ain't no way I'm going to run around and be like, oh, poor me. So what? What I get to do today? Them things that I done been through is my testimony. Them things right there is going to be able to help somebody else. I'm happy I was chosen to go through that. I was chosen to go through this. I was chosen to be this man. I was chosen to go off like this. I was chosen to be ready to go to war like this. I was meant to be a warrior. I was meant to go through pain. I was meant to go through hell. And I was meant to come out of it because I had to be the testimony. You have to be the testimony. You have to say the trauma, the hurt, the pain, forgive it. Forgive it. And I mean with love. I don't mean just forgive it with love. Because my kids have every reason to be upset with the man I had became and when I raised them. And I hope they find it in their heart to forgive me. See, for the people that I hurt in the streets, when I went through the drugs and the wanting to be somebody in the streets, because I didn't understand my own identity and didn't know my own worth or my value. I do today. So, but I can't change how they feel, however they feel about me. But what I can do is feel better about me. What I can do is ask God what he already did. He done his job. It was up to me to do my job. I say this, I will walk until I'm exhausted. And then, Father, that's when I want to say, okay, I know I made it the rest of the way because I was too exhausted to go any further. That's when he carried me. Not because I was looking for him to carry me when I had plenty of energy to do it myself. I want to leave it all out here for this time I got. I want to leave it all out here. Everything he put in me, I want to leave it. And the only reason I get to do that is because the healing process started. The love started. And then I learned I was just meant to be a love child. The whole time. Amazing. I am a love person. I love to love. I don't have any motives behind that. I don't have a motive to love. I just love. I don't need to tear somebody down to make me feel better because the forgiveness cleans me. It heals me. Are you ready to be healed? Put it in the comments. If you done went through some of these things, put it in the comments. If you feel like, man, I just can't forget, put it in the comments. Get it out. This right here, I don't want anything. I want you to know me. I want you to know that I'm a genuine person that fights every day to become a better man. I fight every day to stand for something that I didn't even understand what standing for something really meant. And standing for something means I would die for it. That's what that means. That means I believe in my heart that if I'm doing the right thing and I know it's right, I can die for that and feel good about it. Today, I have different moral and values and I have character. If you would have asked me that 8 years ago, I would have told you, yeah, but I would have had no idea what you was talking about. Okay? That is a boy living in a man's body. He is not a man just because he got a body of a man. Just because he got some age don't make him a man. The wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding, and the concepts of being a man. Of being what truly a man is. And that's that dog in them that takes them to that next level. They don't accept mediocre. They don't accept mediocre. Gotta have that dog in you. And that woman, now I'm not saying nothing about that man because there's women out there who got that and got that dog to bring them out of it. We all have things that hold us back. And I say it because mental sickness, some people are more sick than others. It's easy to be like, well, just get the right mindset. Well, just sometimes that right mindset is a little bit harder for somebody else to grab. Just saying. That's why I get on here and I pull out the techniques, the things that I do. Not because I'm asking somebody to give me something. It's because I know it works. I know that dog in us can fight through it. Like, subscribe. Please leave in the comments how you feel. What you going through. How you gonna, what is your goals for 2025? You cannot keep going on. I cannot feel good if we keep going like this, okay? Because I know this much. I've been and stopped it. I've been on this journey 8 years now. I study trauma. I study mental health. I study being a better me. But I wanted you to get to know me. I want you to get to know the person that you're watching. I want you to get to know if maybe you like me as a person. I need you to like me. But if you don't like me, I still love you, all right? Because God loves me. He loves you too. Thank you.